Hey everybody, how are you? Happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday. Christmas is around the corner. If you're watching this, you are on youtube.com/Mariza Villarreal, all one word. Um, I get asked all the time about motivation and how I stay motivated to be consistent and dedicated to what I'm doing, which is fitness. I think that motivation is different for everybody. It's going to look different for you. And if you get into working out and being healthy for reasons that are just like, oh, well, I want to be skinnier, or I don't know, I want a bigger butt, or I want bigger biceps, and it's something that doesn't have any emotional attachment to it. I don't think that you're going to stay consistent with it. Your reason or your why has to be more than you. Um, I know that for me, my motivation is more emotional. Um, I have a family history of depression. My mom had depression. My dad had depression. And within my family, depression runs. And so working out is kind of like an outlet for me. I lost my parents quite a few years ago. My mom passed away in August, at the end of August, and my dad passed away from suicide, and we turned the machine off on him Thanksgiving. And so for me, it was like my mom's death, and then on top of it was my dad's death. And I would get so stressed out about it that my hands would break out in hives, and so my hands would be like covered in like bumps. And the doctor said it was from stress, so they gave me an option to take medication, and I didn't want to be. I don't like taking any type of medication. I don't like Tylenol, and I found that working out was a really good outlet for me. And within like running or just kind of staying active, like not really lifting weights yet, I just kind of wanted to just kind of get that energy out. And so when I started running, the hives would all go away. And so I did that. But I remember at that time I was just going through, I was dealing with a lot of anger issues and a lot of issues with my parents passing. And like I said, I'm not the kind of person who wants to take medication. And so at that time, I was drinking a lot. Like I was drinking quite a bit, but I wouldn't do drugs. And so I found other ways to self inflict, um, or as most people do it, you kind of punish yourself and you want to hurt yourself. And so I did other things. Um, I didn't do drugs, but I did drink a lot, and I tried to work out, and I really didn't find that balance. And then I decided years later to turn my life around, and I was tired of feeling angry, and I was tired of being depressed, and I was tired of waking up every day unhappy. I know I went through Christmas and Thanksgiving are always really, really tough for me. I have two older kids. One of my sons is 22 and the other one's 18. And I remember even when they were kids, and when I was going through this and drinking a lot, I went through bouts of, you contemplate like, is my life even worth it? And I remember going through some holidays after my parents had passed, just thinking about suicide very heavily, and just feeling like you're not worth it. And I just got tired of it. And you think about suicide, but you know that you're worth it, and so you don't do it. But we all have those thoughts at one point in our life, and I couldn't do that to my kids. What my dad did to me, and I just was tired of it. I was tired of feeling that way. I was tired of feeling unworthy, unloved, not pretty, and so I decided to turn my life around. I went back to church, and I had got a relationship with God. And a lot of people don't know that, but that's the biggest thing is I decided to have a relationship with God. And what I mean by that is I have conversations with him that make me feel better. Um, and working out, uh, during that time I was trying to make that change, I started lifting weights. And around that time is when Instagram launched. And I would go to the gym and work out, and then I would post it, and I would notice that people were like, thank you so much for posting this workout. I just started working out and it's helped me. And it became this thing for me of I felt better knowing that I could put this out there and it was going to help somebody else, and maybe somebody else who was in a situation like mine. And so my motivation comes from genuinely helping other people. If I feel like I can help you, then I'm more motivated to stay with what I'm doing. This year was really tough for me because, like I said, the holidays are rough for me in general. And I broke my leg in the beginning of November. And like I said, I turned off the machines on my dad on Thanksgiving. So I usually work out harder in November and December. Um, but because I broke my leg, I couldn't work out at all and I couldn't do any cardio. And so I found myself this year, even now, um, I didn't want to get out of bed. And uh, I don't have the want to help people. And a lot of my posts come across unauthentic, but because I don't feel it. And I know that my followers and my people can feel when it's unauthentic because I don't get that back from them. Um, but this was a really rough year for me because I couldn't work out. And I remember that not working out feeling of you get depressed, you don't want to get out of bed, you don't have energy, you don't feel like being around people, and you don't want to interact with other people. I did the best that I could, but dealing with a background of parents who did drugs, dealt with depression, and then plus all the other stuff I had going on, not having that outlet of working out, I felt shitty. Um, my motivation comes from I love the way I feel when I can work out. I just got back doing my cardio last week and I noticed that instant change of I feel better. I want to help my people. My posts are more authentic and I just want to help everybody and it's more of an inner thing. It's not because because I want to look a certain way. Like looking a certain way is the added bonus. We all want to look in the mirror and like what we see. But for me, it's how I feel. And that's how I stay motivated. Because the minute I stop working out or I don't work out for a month or I don't work out for 3 weeks, I feel like shit. I don't want to get up. I don't have energy and I don't feel like being around people. So working out gives me that love for everybody else. And so that's where my motivation comes from. And that's what keeps me motivated is I don't like how I feel when I don't work out. And the only way that you could get that if you haven't started working out very heavily is once you start working out and you do it consistently and you're doing it for 6 months, you'll see that as the outside changes, the inside changes and the mindset changes. And once you feel good, you want to help other people. And then when you do help other people, it fills you up on the inside and you feel great about yourself and you feel great knowing that you're helping all these other people just by posting a workout or just by being motivating. So that's my motivation. And how to tell other people how to stay motivated, I say that go work out, stay consistent. You'll feel that mindset change and you'll love who you are. And I always know that from watching other people, and I could tell whether they're being genuine or not because I don't, you can see that they really genuinely want to help other people. And that's when you saw the mindset click from them working out. So work out, stay consistent, and that all that stuff comes within those changes, and that will keep you motivated. It has to be more than I want bigger biceps, I want bigger legs, or I want to get calves, and my New Year's resolution is to look this way. Your New Year's resolution should be to be this different person, this loving, beautiful, amazing person that you can get once you have worked out and you've released some of that energy. And I know for a lot of us, we carry a lot of emotional baggage. I know I definitely do, but you release that through working out. And if you have picked up any bad habits, drinking, medications, drugs, I can tell you right now that working out is the best way to overcome that and become that person who can help other people. And you won't want that anymore. You won't want that in your life and you'll want to be healthier. So work out, stay consistent, and find your motivation, find your why. For me, my why is my kids. I don't want to be unhealthy and I don't want to ever leave my kids the way my parents left me. And I always want them to have a good role model in their life. And I want them to have a great mom who loves them, who wants to be active and wants to be around them and doesn't want to sit on the couch and watch TV or lay in my bed all day. Like I want them to see a loving, amazing mom. So my why is not me and is not my physical appearance, but my why is my family and my kids and who I can be for them. So going into the new year with this January 2nd challenge that I'm launching, I hope that you guys can find your why because that's the starting point of all of this. Your why has to be the reason that you keep going, because we're all going to start. We're all going to start together. Not everybody's going to finish. But if you can find your why as to why you want to do this, that's what's going to keep you going, and that's what's going to get you to the end of it. So, my advice to stay motivated is find your why and make sure that your why is greater than you. And I hope you guys have a really great holiday. I will be doing another video next week after Christmas. If there's anything that you guys want me to talk on, please comment below and let me know what subjects you guys want to cover. And again, have a great holiday.